All right, so EA Dice ended up giving us a development update here in May for what their next steps and what they're going to be focusing on in the future. And I'm not going to go over everything here because I'm going to try to keep this video as quickly as possible. But I'm going to recommend that you go watch their video. It's about 15 minutes long, and they do talk about a lot of quality of life improvements that are going to happen to the game and things that are moving forward with the game. So let's scroll down here a little bit on this page. And from one of the things that they talked about, and this is something that they've already said, that they're going to be reworking on some of the maps. I believe, let me make sure that I wrote this down correctly because I want to make sure I go over it with you. But Kaleidoscope is getting reworked, and they are adding more cover to the map. They are going to raise some of the terrain in order for you to be able to, I guess, be able to traverse the maps a little bit easier, because I know right now it's nothing but wide open spaces and you can get sniped left and right on that map. And that is one big problem with a lot of the maps, actually, and not a lot of gameplay for infantry. And I believe Kaleidoscope is the first map that's getting reworked. And let me make sure I wrote this right. Yeah, so Kaleidoscope, believe will drop with season 1, which comes down next month in June is the beginning of season 1. So I guess we'll see a big update back then. At least that's what they say here. In June, we will see a big update. And then Renewal is the other map that they're going to be working on. Another thing that they also said, that they are moving away from 128 players. Now, with that being said, they're not moving away from 128 players completely, but they are moving away from 124 players for Breakthrough. And that is a shame, because I've been playing Battlefield 2042. I know you guys hate it. I know there's a lot of things out there that was wrong with this game. This game should have never been dropped the way that it did. But I have been enjoying Breakthrough 128, and I kind of miss it because I miss the chaos. I got used to the chaos, and I love the chaos of 128 players in Breakthrough. But it seems like they are moving away from that, and they are going to be moving more towards a 64 player base. And I have been playing since the new 4.0 update, or the 4.1 update that just dropped on the 64 player. It is a little bit slower, but it does allow for more team-based focus gaming. So you're able to actually work more with your squad, and you're able, I've been finding new ways of traversing the map in order to be able to get better gameplay. But that's too much said for me, since, you know, my gaming sucks anyways, and you're probably watching some of that right now. I'm going to try to throw some of my gameplay up here, and you'll see how bad I am. But anyway, so they're moving away from 128 players in Breakthrough, and they are reworking the maps also in order to keep it more focused for infantry combat, and also have some gameplay for the people that love to play with the vehicles. Now, 128 players will stay for Conquest, but like I said, the maps are getting reworked to keep the battle more focused. At least that's what they say here. So Breakthrough 128 players, I will miss you. I love the chaos. I enjoyed it, but I guess we're moving away from that. And then I'm gonna read something here because this caught my eye. We're also looking to expand and bring our official modes together to include Rush, our 32 player focus experience during season 1. So it seems like Rush is going to be coming during season 1, which is another mode that has been added into Portal and has come to Portal, and people have been asking for this to keep coming back and make it part of All Out Warfare. And it seems like that's what they're doing. Speaking of which, starting season 1, you will see more of our existing Battlefield Portal maps joining the rotation in All Out Warfare to help bring more variety to our core modes. So it looks like some of the maps that have been in Portal, are now going to make their way onto All Out Warfare in order to add more variety to the gameplay, which that is welcoming. If that's what they're doing, that is welcoming, because I will tell you, I'm tired of the 7 maps. And to be honest, the way the rotation works right now in Breakthrough, it's not great. Sometimes you end up playing 3 out of the 7 maps, and sometimes you get stuck defending over and over and over again. And even if you restart the game and you exit out of the game and then restart into a new game, you just end up getting dropped back into the map that you were in, because there's not a lot of players playing it. And so you end up getting dropped into the game that's already in progress. But if they're going to be bringing the maps that are in Portal over to All Out Warfare, that is awesome. That is great, especially the 64 player modes. Even if they bring that to Conquest, that is also great. I'm going to read some more stuff on here. So we're winding down on future development on Hazard Zone. So hazard zone canceled, done. No more hazard zone. And I shouldn't say 100% that. What they're saying is that they had this big ambition for hazard zone, but nobody's really playing it. So for the guys that played it, I guess that's gonna be gone. Sorry, you guys. They're not taking it away. They're just not gonna develop more for it. So whatever is already in there, the maps are already in there. That is here to stay. But they are not gonna be focusing on creating a new experience for hazard zone. But another thing that they're doing in order to fit the lore and the narrative that they were going for, they're going to be updating the looks of the characters. So they're going to be updating the way that the grittiness to them, I guess, in a way to say. And if you can see here, they have McKay and Boris, and it looks like McKay has grown a beard and he has more of a battle fatigue on him. Boris also looks like he's more acquainted with the battlefield instead of sitting behind a desk pushing papers. So it looks like they're going to be updating all the looks of the characters in order to try to stick with the lore. Anyways, and they're also going to be changing the voice lines. They're going to be changing and improving the tones in order to make it more convincing than the quips that they have now. And I know a lot of people want the class system back. I'm not 100% sure where I sit with the class system in Battlefield. I think that the specialist, I'm actually starting to enjoy the specialist, to be honest with you. Can they be reworked? Sure, they can be reworked. But I don't know how. I don't know how that. Maybe you can put it in the comments below if you know of a way that they can rework the specialist system to kind of fit more of a class system. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's ways where you can chain them to only be able to use specific weapons for their specific roles. That way, you don't have a million people out there with the PP29, I think it's what it is. And maybe not tie them down completely to whatever their special abilities are. But anyways, so specialists are here to stay. They're a part of the game. They're not going anywhere. They are looking at ways to improving the specialists. I know they're working on the mechanics and all that and how they act, and I kind of want leaning back. I hope that they bring leaning back, but that's completely different. But anyways, so they are looking at changing the specialist. Now, how they're going to change that, I'm not sure. Are they going to try to figure out some sort of class system with the specialist while still keeping them in there? Are they going to try to figure out a way to make the specialist for Russia look one way and then for the US look a different way? I'm not sure. Maybe that would be great if they go that route, if they actually ended up going and making them, where they could only wear certain colors or certain outfits for Russia versus US. Because right now, I'll be 100% honest, unless they have a red dot on top of them, and sometimes I don't even notice the dot on top of them, I don't shoot. And I've died plenty of times, because I'm not sure if I'm shooting at a teammate or if I'm not shooting, or if I'm supposed to not shoot. I'm not sure. Even though there's no, way for you to kill your teammate on here, or is there? I think I have blasted a few teammates with some C5 and some grenades before, so let me not say that there's no way. But let's just keep it honest. They should have come up with a better way for you to know the different teams here. Now, can they bring back the class system? Yeah, they should figure out a way to incorporate that into the game, because I think that that's what a lot of the players want. Me personally, I'm not a great player. I'm not, when it comes to first-person shooters, I'm not great. I mean, just look at my stats. Look at my stats. I'm gonna throw them up on the screen here. This is from my most recent gameplay of Battlefield 2042, and it's not the best, but that's a different story. Anyway, so I hope with these improvements that are coming, they're going to, bring new modes to All Out Warfare and new gameplay to All Out Warfare. So hopefully with these improvements, the game gets better and people come back to play. I honestly enjoy Battlefield 2042. Are there improvements that need to happen? Yes, there's a lot of improvements that need to happen. There's more maps that need to come, more weapons, which it seems like that's what they're going to be doing. And they're going to be adding all these new maps and these new gadgets and all these new things. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. That's all that's all I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there because I can talk for a long time on this. But I'm gonna leave it there. You guys let me know what you think. Put it in the comments below. And until next time, remember to stay inadequate.